Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Rune News Season 1. In these videos, I present you interesting news, trends, or changes in the Oldschool Runescape community, as well as some other really interesting segments that I've added into the video to keep you guys up to scratch. Let's get right into today's episode. Today, I'll be covering the week of August that has just passed, from the 13th of August to the 20th of August. A new Rune News episode will be released every single Sunday from now on, and this will be a series that I'll be maintaining on my channel for a very long time. So I'd appreciate your feedback and anything that I can do better. Let's get right into today's segments. The first segment we have today is the weekly Oldschool Runescape update that came out this Thursday. Now, this week's update was released on the 17th of August, and the main thing that came out of this update was the auto runes and ammo storage that comes from picking up arrows that you've shot or from runes that are on the ground. Basically, if you go to pick up some arrows on the ground and you already have the same arrows equipped, those arrows will automatically go straight into your equipped ammunition, meaning you don't need to pick them up and then re-equip them. To toggle the ranged ammunition help, you need to speak to the ranged tutor in Lumbridge, and for the runes one, where if you have a rune pouch and you pick up runes that are equivalent to those that are in your rune pouch, you can speak to the magic tutor in Lumbridge, and that will make sure that every rune that you pick up goes straight into that rune pouch. As well as this runes and ammunition update, there was an announcement of the Wilderness Wars tournament that will be coming to Oldschool Runescape on the 26th of August, so that'll be just in time for next week's episode. Basically, what the Wilderness Wars will be is a live stream on the Oldschool Runescape Twitch account, or the actual Runescape Twitch, and basically there'll be a lot of teams formed with, I think, about 250 people, and those teams will go around the wilderness fighting each other, and the winner of the tournament will get $15,000. Now, also the PvP Championship was this week, and the winners of that were posted in the weekly Oldschool News update. The winner of the 1v1 tournament was OSRS, who is a streamer, and I'll play his clip later on in this video. I have it ready for another segment of today's episode. Now, the winners of the 5v5 in the PvP Championship was Future of Old Style, known as Fools, and they won $10,000. And the winner of the 20v20 bracket, so a bigger team fighting bracket, was, of course, Reign of Terror, known as Rot. Now, these three winners and three groups of winners all won $10,000 collectively, so $10,000 per team and $10,000 to Moni as well. A huge congratulations to these guys on winning that. But anyways, let's move on to the next segment, This Week in Old School. And this segment of every episode will basically have any drama or any very interesting things that have happened in the Old School community this past week. And first off on my list, the Rank 3 Hardcore Iron Man actually died this week, and he was exactly 100 levels off maxing his Hardcore Iron Man account. I believe his death was due to Mole as well, and Mole seems to be killing quite a lot of Hardcore Iron Men, so stay away from them if you're a hardcore. Now, Autumn Elegy was actually banned for 2 days this week for suspected use of AHK, or auto hotkeys. Now, Autumn Elegy tweeted about this, and a JMod went ahead and replied to him saying why he got banned. Autumn Elegy full on explained that he was using AHK and he was doing it to test if they could see it. And of course, AHK is not allowed in Oldschool Runescape, and it is bannable, as evident with Autumn Elegy's ban, but he obviously just doesn't get the point. He posted another tweet about using AHK and OS Buddy, and he was telling people that OS Buddy is way more than cheating than AHK. I somewhat see that as true, but using AHK, which is clearly against the rules, and then trying to make a stand out of it, is not really going to help your reputation. Now, it was a pretty big week for Sick Nerd this week, and he completed the Inferno on his Iron Man.
Come on, hit it one more time. Oh, mate, I fucking...
But anyway, congratulations to Sick Nerd for completing that. That is a massive achievement for an Iron Man account. Of course, in the previous week before this one, I wasn't able to make a Rune News in time, but an Ultimate Iron Man received the Inferno Cape. I spoke about that 2 days ago in the video I last released, so if you'd like to watch that, definitely go ahead and watch it. Now, Mod West made a tweet the other day about new shields that'll be coming to Oldschool Runescape. Now, a coming update in the future of Oldschool is where you can cut logs into a shield, and then from that shield, you can put Dragonhide onto it, and that turns it into a ranged shield with a pretty decent range attack bonus. Now, Mod West says that the top bonus from any of these range shields is +8, and the Twisted Buckler, which is currently the best in slot for ranged on the shield slot, gives a +18, so +10 more than the range shields. So these shields that are coming out aren't going to be worth a lot, but they are great for low levels anyway. Anyways, next segment, and now it's time for Twitch Clip of the Week, where basically I find the most trending Twitch post of the week and I show you guys. And today we have Money. As I said before, he was the winner of the 1v1 PvP championship, and the Twitch clip trending this week is him actually winning it.
Did I just won 10k? Did I win 10k?
He was in a very intense fight with Par B, and I believe that Par B ran out of food before Money did, therefore Money was able to take the cake by the end. Now, another small Twitch clip that I'd like to show you guys is Boaty against 6 Jads at once.
Come on! It's working! I've done it! I'm in the... No!
I'm not gonna lie, Bodhi did a pretty good job of surviving for a decent amount of time, but he did end up getting comboed out pretty quickly, as you'd expect though, like, as if you could beat 6 Jads at once. Next, we have the Reddit post of the week, and this week, my favorite Reddit post that has been on the trending page this week for a very long time is this one by Hilo the Fat. He says that he found this max cape on the RS3 subreddit. Guys, now it's time for the market movement in the Oldschool Runescape community, where I analyze the Grand Exchange and find some items that have been moving very weirdly or have had dramatic price changes. So first up, we have the most noteworthy item of this week, and that is the Dragon Warhammer. The Dragon Warhammer this month dropped to 62 mil, which is probably the lowest that it's ever gone. But this week itself, it went up 3 mil back to 65 mil, and the trend is continuing to go up. So if you haven't got your essential Dragon Warhammer yet for things like bossing, I'd definitely recommend getting into one now because they are quite cheap. The Dragon Warhammer actually used to be 85 mil back in the day, but now it's down 20 mil down to 65. So I'd say it's not a bad time to get one. In terms of price increases in the Oldschool Runescape market, we have the Bandos boots first up, which broke records. They more than tripled in price in the last couple of months, and were sitting steady at 200k before that, and then with the new announced Gargoyle update where they're going to be releasing the Grotesque boots, which are in between Dragon and Primordial boots, this caused the price of Bandos boots to absolutely explode because in order to get the Grotesque boots, you attach a drop from the Gargoyles themselves, and you use that onto the Bandos boots to make them. If you'd like to learn a little bit more as to why they went up so much, Devious actually made a video the other day about exactly what this Gargoyle update entails. I'm going to put a card in the top right hand side of the screen right now. If you'd like to check out that video, it would help you out a lot if you don't know anything about the Gargoyle update itself. Now, another massive price increase this week was the Eternal Gem. Now, the Eternal Gem has consistently been increasing from about 2 mil and now currently sits at about 5 million coins, and according to the RuneScape Grand Exchange website, it has increased 900% since it was released. Now it's time to talk about some item crashes. And first we have the Dragon Throne Axes, and they went down 76% in the last 3 months, going from 34k all the way down to 7k each. Now the Ring of Nature is another one that's been dropping a lot, so I definitely wouldn't recommend investing in a Ring of Nature. And for those that don't know, a Ring of Nature turns you into a bush, and literally just a cosmetic bush. It doesn't give any bonuses at all. Basically, the Ring of Nature has gone down about 3 mil this past month. It started off at about 13 to 13.1 mil at the start of the month, and then going down to about 10. Now the next segment is the Oldschool Runescape stream highlight, where the actual Runescape team streams something and I find some highlights out of what they were saying. In future episodes, I will be looking at the Q&As more thoroughly, but today we have a sneak peek with Mod Wolf of the Fossil Island. He shows us the map and a bit about the general area, and all in all, it looks like a very interesting place. Now, the final segment of today's episode, we have Mod Lottie's hashtag RuneStat of the week. Of course, if you don't know Mod Lottie, she posts rune stats on her Twitter account, which regard really interesting data from Oldschool Runescape, and you can actually learn quite a lot from them. But today we have a very interesting one about the Inferno. She found the top 10 accounts with the absolute highest amount of tries in the Inferno and calculated all of their times that they did in those attempts and worked out how much time they've spent trying to get an Inferno cape without getting one. These people had these many attempts at getting an Inferno cape in the Inferno and did not get it until they completed this number of attempts. Now, number one has by far the hugest amount of attempts, but the longest time actually spent in there and trying and failing the Inferno is rank 3 on this list with 142 attempts and 239 hours. That is insane dedication. I'm sure he will get that very soon. Anyways, guys, that wraps it up for Rune News episode 1 of season 1. Of course, be sure to subscribe down below if you want to stay up to date with Rune News. As I said, they'll be released every single Sunday from now on, unless I get overly busy or RuneScape shuts down. And until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.